Hi Stampin' friends! Tonight we're going to use the Give It a Whirl dies, and these were a little more difficult than I imagined. Just making your decisions and where you're going to cut your viewing areas on here. So you'll see what I'm talking about. I made one card ahead to show you, and I used the several stamp sets. I used those playful alphabet letters that says Life Is, and then I used Peach and Pool Party, some of my favorite colors from the 80s. And I used this, the Measure of Love set to make my bowl of cherries. And then I used the Peach stamp set to make a peach and put peachy. It comes from the sentiment that says life is peachy. But I just didn't, I used the masking tape to cover it up. And so it only says peachy. And then this set that I just got, let's see, I need to show it to you. It's called Flowers of Friendship. And it has the sentiment, life is better with friends like you. So what I wanted to do, I bought that specifically to make this card. Is that not silly? I couldn't help it. So life is better with friends like you. And then it's a birthday card. I put the happy birthday sentiment at the bottom. And so I just kind of liked the idea here of life is a bowl of cherries. Life is spinny, spinny, spin, peachy. And then spinny, spinny, spin. There I go, better with friends like you. So I think this is a fun set to use, and it's not difficult. The way that you start out is with the big die that cuts like this. Then you take several of these pieces. There are hearts, circles, and then kind of a viewer like this, and then there's also a rectangle. You can choose where to put this on here. All you have to do is line up the circle in the middle and put your pieces on here. So you could have your piece down here at the bottom if it made sense, like if you wanted to put, for example, I think I'd like to use the Nothing's Better Than stamp set, this stamp set. So maybe at the top, I'd like to use the Love You More Than, the little dies that cut out here. And then I could put whatever I'm going to have it be down here at the bottom. For example, like cookies, coffee, chocolate, like that. I could put those down at the bottom, the little pictures under it. So that would be something to kind of consider. So that's an idea for this one, ways that you might use this. Now, I also might consider, if I could figure out a way to do it, putting the heart up at the top. That could be super cute. If you had a heart, love you more than, and then you put it in there. But you just kind of, we could turn it like this, and you could spin it like that. So there's so many different ways to use this set that, now there are a ton on Pinterest, tons of ideas, several with this set. But if you go on there and look, you'll see that they don't all place them in the same place. And you certainly don't, it doesn't have to be like this. And it comes with a ton of ways to tell people what to do. There are these little, mine doesn't have it, but there are tons of little arrows so people figure out to spin the dies and stuff. So I think it would be a lot of fun to send people these cards. I think they'll really enjoy it. Okay, so I'm going to make one with the new Halloween stamp set called Cutest Halloween. And I had a little bit of trouble making my cat look cute. But other than that, I really enjoyed setting this up. So I'm going to show you how to stamp, and then I'm going to show you how I put it together and how I cut it, things like that. So we shall see. I'm going to set this one aside so that I have it out of the way and don't get it messed up. Okay, so what you start with is a piece like this. I've seen many people use black and cut themselves a template here. But in all honesty, you can see where you're supposed to stamp. Let's see if I can get it close enough for you. You may not be able to see it on here. So you can see on here that there are some dents in here, and they really tell you where to stamp, especially if you're my age and you've got your glasses on. That really helps. So you can see here where you're actually supposed to be putting it. But if you need extra help, you can cut yourself a template like this all the way around, and you'll have where each of the things should be placed. So, anywho, and then you'll also have a little circle here that you can use for something else, which is great. So here's what I did. I decided that I wanted mine to be up here and that I wanted it to spin like this. So you can see my little animals there. So I'll try to do this quickly to be mindful of your time. So what I did was I used Memento, of course. Oh, and I also wanted to show you, this die is with the new Meadow set. It's called Nature's Harvest. And it's got this single long die, and I love it. I am super excited because I like something fast, and this cuts out Have a Fabulous Halloween. Cuts it out so quickly and so nicely. So anyway, that's my story about that. So what I want to do here is stamp all of my black at one time to try and make things faster for myself. So I'm going to stamp my pumpkin there. Then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to stamp, and it might have been better to have done my purple first because that's the way I did it on the other one. And that was really easy. So we'll see. This will be a learning experience. If it turns out wrong, then we'll know that I should have done it the way I did it the first time. And then I'm going to put my kitty cat right here. Okay, so there is that. And then what I probably should have done was made sure it's lined up here. Yeah, I think it'll be all right. Yeah, you can still see that. So then I'm ready to put the faces on because they're black as well. So this one is now this could be really interesting if I get these mixed up. I think that could be kind of funny. So I'm going to stamp my jack-o'-lantern face and then my kitty cat face. There we go. Oh, his eye didn't quite go. I'm going to use my black marker here and kind of finish that eye spot there. There we go. Oh, it looks like, did he have a chin? Did I overdo it? Oh no, it looks like he has a chin. Okay, and then I'm going to put our cute little ghost face on. There we are. So there you can see I've done that. So at this point, you could just go ahead and color using blends or something like that, and you could be finished. But you can also use the things that are provided. And so I'm going to close my black real quick so that it doesn't get out of hand. And I just noticed what I've done there. So let's better on my hands than on something else. And then just clean up my hand there. Okay. So then I want to stamp my pumpkin. Oop, didn't quite get it inked up there. There we are. I'm just trying to get it as close to the spot it belongs as I can. There we are. Ooh, that's kind of dark. I might want to go, I might want to instead use my, one of our new in colors, the Pale Papaya. That would give it the idea of orange, but not quite so orange, because that is pretty orange. Okay, then I need, these are hard to see here. I'm looking for my little, there he is, my little ghosty. I'm using Highland Heather, mainly because that's the color that is in the Designer Series paper. So if I want to add a strip of Designer Series paper along the bottom, then it will match. So I'm putting this little guy here. There we are. got a little outside the lines there, but it kind of just looks like he's moving in a way, if you can see that. There we are. And then let me find my, ooh, what did I do with it? Oh, under here. There we go. Find my little cat face. I was thinking this probably would be best if I used a basic gray or a smoky slate to ink it up. So let's see here. In my example, I colored it with blends, but I wasn't a huge fan of that. I thought it kind of looked like it needed a little more something. I don't know what exactly. I'm gonna try my basic gray. I'm not even sure basic gray is still a color, so if it's not, I apologize. Okay, inky ink. I may be sorry here, but you'll get the idea. I can use the other one if I need to. Okay, so there, I think that is actually what I wanted. It's pretty dark. He's almost a black cat. So if I use black, we wouldn't be able to see it at all. And then I'm coloring like the insides of his little ears with my Stampin' Blends. And what's good about this is it will take the gray off. And so I can put the color on with this, and that's actually what I'm going for with this. See, it's like magic. Just takes the gray away, and I'm left with the pink. So that looks cool. So I'm done with that, and I am ready to assemble my card as best I can. So what we have in the catalog is they are called round and square brads. So we have both white and black, and they're in rather large squares. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, there we go. Rather large squares, and then tiny circles. So the tiny circle is what I used on my Life Is card. I used the tiny circle. But on this one, I think I'd like to use the big square brads. And you can see if you think I should have done something differently. So kind of one of those things that don't really matter that much. Okay, so I'm going to put that through, and then I'm going to put it through here. There we go. So you can see that I have it fairly put together. You can see I can spin it around. And I don't know if you noticed, but that was super easy. I guess I kind of have him a little low, but you know, I'll learn for next time. But yeah, I wouldn't have wanted him any lower at all. He wouldn't have even been in the frame. So we've got this, so let me go ahead and fasten it down. One thing I suggest, I didn't bring them in here, but I suggest using these strips. Remember our adhesive, our little dimensional strips? I think those would be great for this card because I noticed getting a little bit of play, like some kind of waving, and we probably really don't want that. So I'm going to tear that one off and put it right there. Okay, so then once I have that, I'm ready to, I might should have put this on the black. I might have liked it better. I'll have them done both ways on my blog whenever I do my post on that. Here we go. And then add that. And then I want one up here and one in this corner because you want it to kind of spin. You want to be able to get your hand in there to spin it. So then I want to also use some tiny ones, if I can find them. Here they are. Oops. Because I want to get some over here. I don't want it to get stuck down and lay flat over on this side. There's that. And then I was thinking on this side, you could also put it on there and not take the backing off. Then you can just have it where it spins nicely, but it's not, it's laying away from it, if that makes sense. So let's see how we like that. I'm gonna do it on this side as well. Again, not taking the backing off, just putting it under there to kind of hold it. So at that point, I may want to do something else. I don't know. Let's see. It seems like it's working pretty well. So now I think I'm going to take the backing off of the other ones, not the ones that I was trying to use to pop it, just to kind of make it stand up. There we go. Try to get this out of my way. Got a million little pieces, don't I? Okay, there we are. So then I'm ready to put this on a piece of basic black. And one thing I did, I totally forgot to do it, but I was gonna cut this off because I actually don't want, I think that it would look cuter to have this little edge gone here because we don't need it. And it's probably about 1/8 of an inch that I would cut off of here. And that would make it perfectly, you know, lined up here. Okay, so then you can see, that's how I'll turn it. Probably want to turn the brad just a little bit. And then I think I would probably, let me close this purple ink here. Oh, one thing I wanted to tell you that I noticed today. Patty Bennett used the blends to color these inks, these darker. So like on this Freesia, she would color it with Highland Heather if she needed that. On the Pale Papaya, she colored it with Coral or Pumpkin Pie. And then on the green one, you know, the Soft Succulent, she colored it with Granny Apple Green, but I suggested Old Olive because that's what I will need the most of. We didn't get any Old Olive in the new catalog. And so I will be coloring this with blends, and that will be so cool. I can't wait. So I'll probably do that before I even go to bed tonight now that I've seen that, because I was like, because I love Old Olive ribbon. You could use the Fresh Freesia, but with this, I think I would like to use either the Gorgeous Grape or the Highland Heather. The Highland Heather is sparkly. So that was kind of my thought on it. It might look a little more Halloween, especially if I turn my little ghost around. And when I add the Have a Fabulous Halloween. So I think that I would put that there, maybe tie a little bow. That could be super cute. And then I do have these in color shiny, they're like iridescent bling, and so I think that would be really cute in the corners here. Now it's Fresh Freesia, but I don't think it matters. When they're iridescent, they almost look every color. So I have used a lot of these, like I've used the Soft Succulent with Pumpkin Pie, because I think that the color really changes when they're iridescent. You can really use them. It makes them more versatile. That's what I'm trying to say. So let me cut this real quick. And I'll just try to tuck this under real quickly so that I don't, let's see, I'll cut that off so it's not so bulky. There we go. Do a little quick tuck. And then I'll tie a bow. This may be too big for a bow. I may change my mind. Awesome. So then I might just put my bow on there like that and then do my Have a Fabulous Halloween. Now, another thing I thought would be really cute, this stamp set has a lot of sentiments. I think it would be really cute to put the candy corn on. Maybe just stamp it in orange on this base and then color the white with the chalk marker. And perhaps to make a yellow, you might use a bleach pen. You know, we've done that before, just a little tiny bit of bleach. And that could look really cute on the background. So I can't wait to play with this and see all the things. You could put a spider on there. All the ways that we'll be able to decorate this, I think will be a ton of fun. And I hope to be able to maybe use this for class for Halloween time. I hope that we'll be able to use this for class and maybe I'm going to order a few more blocks because I think the more blocks you have, the more fun it could be. So, because there's all kinds of stuff. Like, imagine in this, I was thinking, I'm not really a huge fan of the stars on the orange, but they look awesome on the black. So it comes with these little stars. And I think that kind of adds to kind of the whole thing there. So anyways, kind of another way that it might look really cute. So, and of course, the stamp set that goes with it would look cute as well. And we could have a little moon here and make an actual little scene down here on the bottom, just for another way to do this. So I appreciate you all watching. I have one more quick thing to do before we're finished. I had a contest a couple of weeks ago, and I had asked a question and asked people to comment with their answers, and to comment then the next week with their answers on another question. And then I forgot to ask any more questions. So I apologize, but I'm going to go ahead and give away the kit. I guess I should try to show you here. The butterfly kit that is Notes of Cheer. Remember this one? So that's what I'm giving away. And these are on the website so that you can order them whenever the mood strikes. And I have 2 entries for Shauna, 1 for Lisa, and 1 for Marilyn. So I've got them folded up right here. I guess I should have shown you to make it more obvious that I'm not cheating. But here I go. I'm shaking them in my hand. I'm holding them up where I can't really see which one I've got. And I'm pulling it out. So there you can see. I can't see whose it is. Oh, I got 2. Okay. Meeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, I chose the one in my right hand. Let's see who our winner is. It is Marilyn. Marilyn won that. There you go. So you'll be able, sorry you probably came and picked up your order today, but I will set it out on the porch for you. Congratulations. I'm trying to do one of these. I'm going to try to do one every month, come up with something else to give away and make it fun on my Friday Lives. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope you all have a great weekend, and I hope that you'll consider the Give It a Whirl die because it's a lot of fun. Bye-bye.